I was asked to discuss this article, and I gotta say, while I agree with some of it, I find it very difficult to believe that CNN, the for-profit entity, actually cares about doing a public service. So the topic here is warning people that the internet is dangerous. Now, CNN believes that in order to protect people from the internet, the corporations that run most of the internet have to do more. So they have to censor more. They have to listen to your private conversations. They have to spy on your private messaging in order to create a more safe environment. And this is what I disagree. I think that danger will always exist in a society, and it's the duty of the parents to make sure that children are safe. It is not the duty of for-profit entities to make sure that people are safe. I mean, your parents lived in a time where you didn't have the postal office go in through people's private correspondence or the phone company spy on people's phone calls in order to make sure that everyone is safe. But the problem is that now the mentality is so different that if we lived in the 70s, those things would be encouraged. They would encourage the phone company to actually listen to every single correspondence because someone might do something. We can protect the next bank robbery. We can protect people selling alcohol if we listen to their phone calls. Right? And this is the diverse way of thinking that I find highly problematic. We don't even hear in the paper the concept of liberty and privacy anymore. Like, these are dead concepts in the language of CNN and other affiliated press. In fact, they talk about equity, inclusion, diversity, but they never talk about freedom. They never talk about liberty. So let's analyze the problem, wonder whether or not it's a problem and how it can be fixed. So the question is the dark side of Discord for teens. Now, obviously, if Discord was such a problem for teens, the solution would be to ban teens from Discord. But that's not what they want, right? Because they don't consider it to be that big of a problem. Instead, they want Discord to control the conversation. They want Discord to go through your logs, to listen to your private messaging, which they do anyway, by the way. It's just that CNN doesn't consider that they're doing enough. So when the article starts, a mother in Washington State. Like, who is this woman? A mother in Washington. Is she representative of a group? Is she a person living in a trailer, or is she a person living in a mansion? I mean, all of these things are important, but no, it's like, okay, a mother living in Washington had an issue, and because of that, it's a societal problem. You know, if the right-wingers would do the same, they would immediately be like, oh, it's a fallacy of some sort. Oh, you can't make that connection. Like, show me the study. The study, what is the science? What are the studies? It's like, all right, fine. Mother living in Washington. So, and by the way, it's not parents living in Washington. Another highlight that I just noticed. It's not parents living in. It's a mother living in Washington. Okay, yeah, it's interesting. It's just, it is what it is. So the teenage daughter was on Discord, a popular social media platform, and she felt responsibly comfortable with the idea of her using it to communicate with members of her high school marching band. Well, like right here, this is your problem. Right here is the issue. Why on earth would you think that your child using the internet is safe? I mean, my parents knew it wasn't safe, and my parents weren't expert on the internet back then. But, like, let's assume that the internet didn't exist. Let's assume this is the 60s. The concept that you would say, well, my kid went to the park to meet with other colleagues, so I thought it's safe. No, it's not. I mean, sure, there is a degree of safety involved, but it's not 100%. You're still a parent. You should still supervise what your child does. And because she didn't do that, look what's happening. In September, the mother discovered that the 16-year-old was also using the audio and chat services to message with someone who appeared from his profile picture to be an older man. The stranger who said that he lived in England entered a group chat that included her daughter and members of the band, and they struck up friendships in private thread, and he asked for nudes. Her daughter obliged. Okay, so like there are so many bad things that are happening here. Like, first of all, again, let's assume that internet doesn't exist, and this is the 60s. The concept of stranger danger is really that unfamiliar to people nowadays. I mean, when I was a kid, I was told, hey, if there's a stranger and they're asking you for stuff, that's stranger danger. Now, I'm not saying that the same concept could be applied online, but surely you could have spoken with your daughter so that she doesn't show nude pics to strangers. And I will tell you the problem. The problem is that in our society, the correct things to say in this situation, the correct mindset to have, is to never blame the teenager for anything wrong. But I am sorry, this is not okay, right? So yes, the man is responsible for asking for this, 100%. I mean, he should face charges if caught. It's illegal to do this, depending on the age of the daughter, right? So 16, I think it's illegal in the UK. If he knew and he asked for those pictures, then yes, he should be in trouble with the law. But at the same time, why did you not inform your daughter that sending nudes online is a big no-no? Because I know so many cases where it has come to bite the person who sent the nudes. Whether it is that the boyfriend who she sent it to got angry and then leaked it. I know cases where the boyfriend got another girlfriend and the girlfriend took the phone and then leaked it. Or the guy loses the phone and then someone else finds the phones and makes them pop. Like, you don't know. Look, I'm a guy, okay? I'm a YouTuber. And believe it or not, during the last 4 years, there have been cases where certain individual asked for a dick pic. And the reason that I didn't give it is because I knew it would come back to haunt me eventually. So don't do it. Like, your grandmother managed to go through life without sending nudes. Your mother managed to go through life without sending nudes. Do not send nudes on the internet, period. There is no but, there is no if, there is nothing. Okay, if you have a significant other and they want to see you, like, do it in person. Don't do it online. The internet is not your friend. Everything you do on the internet, and this is something that I would tell my son or I would tell my daughter. Everything you do on the internet is public record. Even if you're like a nobody now, 5 years from now, you might actually become someone. You might have like an account that goes viral. People might know who you are. They might start digging through your stuff. Your employers might look through your stuff. Treat the internet like it is the public space. Like you're out there in the public market in front of people. You're not in your bedroom. You're out there. And this is the correct education that you need to give to teenagers. All right? This lady, according to CNN, if she is existing, if she's actually real, has failed at parenting. This is not okay. And not only that, instead of assuming blame for what happened and saying, all right, I need to do better. I need to give a proper education to my daughter because I have failed. Instead of doing that, she's like, oh, it's Discord to blame. Like, Discord does not have enough snitches. Discord doesn't hire enough Stasis. Like, what do you want Discord to do? There are millions of people using the service. Like, I'm not saying that this is acceptable, but what I am saying is that, yes, the internet is dangerous. And if you have children, you need to give proper parenting and you need to give proper supervision. You can't just expect, the kid is going to use Discord and nothing bad will happen. I went through every chat ever, and the most disturbing thing, besides the nudes, was that he asked to send a picture of our house, says the mother. My daughter went on and found our home and sent it, so he knew where she lives. He then asked what American school buses look like, so she took a photo of the bus and sent it. Like, look, none of this is okay, and none of this should have happened. Like, I'm not saying that as a parent you need to be the Stasi and monitor your daughter 24/7. But I'm saying that as a parent, there should be two of you so that when one is busy and tired, the other one can take over, number one. Number two, I would have never done this when I was a kid. I would have never sent someone a picture of my house on the internet. Ever. As a child, like, I knew that this was bad. I got the proper education from my parents to understand the concept of stranger danger. And even then, like, there was the overwhelming concept that on the internet there are bad people that want to harm you. And this was in the 90s. That was the education that I got. Now, I guess it's like, no, Discord is safe. It's a private business. Like, of course it's going to keep people safe. No, it's not. I mean, Discord is trying to keep people safe. Don't get me wrong. But they can't do it in 100% of the cases. You can't. There's just too many people. The mother worried that the Discord user was manipulated, tracking, and planning to exploit her daughter. After shutting down her daughter's Discord account, an effort, she says, took 6 weeks for the company to complete. She installed outdoor security. So, at least I give her this, that she was concerned enough to figure this stuff out. Again, if this woman is real and she's not just a CNN make-believe, at least she did a lot more than a lot of other mothers do. But again, the problem isn't Discord. The problem is parenting. And the problem is that the current value of society is calling this behavior out is problematic. You're not supposed to call it out. You're supposed to call out the institution, the company, the blah, blah, blah. Like, it's society to blame, never the individual. So I really wanted to make this video. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget that This Week in Stupid is coming out. It's going to be a really interesting case, especially when Elon Musk is coming up and he talks about free speech. I mean, if this is how they think that, oh my god, Discord isn't censoring enough, the fact that Twitter is going to be censoring less, even the concept of that happening freaks these people up really hard. So hopefully you guys are going to be at This Week in Stupid, and we're going to laugh a little bit about that. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.